Hey guys, in this video I want to compare the specs and features of the Nexus 6 versus the Samsung Galaxy Note 4. The extremely tight competition here. The two of the titans are going head to head here. So we'll see the specs here. Of course, when these devices were going to be available in my country, I will definitely going to buy it and I'll compare it then. But of course, right now we just have to see the specs here. So the display wise, both have same display here. But the difference is that the Nexus 6 has a slightly higher size here, 6.0 inch versus 5.7 inch on the Note 4. Also, the design wise, the Note 4 is kind of boxy shaped, whereas the Nexus 6 is has a rounded edges and design almost identical to the Motorola Moto X2014. And of course, PPI wise, both have almost close to 500 and above 500 PPI. Then the Note 4 has above 500 PPI, whereas the Nexus 6 has 493 PPI, a little bit less, but of course both displays are Quad HD. Also, both are AMOLED display. The Nexus 6 has AMOLED display, whereas the Note 4 has Super AMOLED display. I'm not sure about the difference between these two displays, but I assume that both will be extremely awesome. So in terms of the weight, the Note 4 is lighter as compared to the Nexus 6, which is 176 gram versus 184 gram. And in terms of the thickness, the Nexus 6 is also thicker as compared to the Note 4, which is 10.6 millimeter versus 10.06 millimeter versus 8.5 millimeter on the Note 4. You can see the Nexus 6 is thicker and heavier and has a bigger screen. But of course, at the same time, the Nexus 6 is splash resistant, meaning if you drop some water on the device, if the water touches the charging ports or hand-free port, there will be no problem because Nexus 6 is resistant to that, but it is not waterproof, it is splash resistant. So also in terms of software, of course, it's a Nexus 6 and it has Android L 5.0 Lollipop, which is the official name, and it's a pure Android. And also, as compared to the Note 4, we have Android 4.4.4 KitKat with the Samsung TouchWiz UI. Looking at the camera, the Nexus 6 comes with a 13 megapixel camera with a dual LED flash, whereas the Note 4 comes with a 16 megapixel camera with a single LED flash. But the Note 4 does comes with a lot of features which is provided by Samsung with its which comes with its software, which is software provided features for the camera. Camera app is better than the camera app on the Nexus 6. So the Nexus 6 camera app will provide you some basic features. So HDR and panorama and stuff like that, and also lens blur. We do have a updated lens blur on the Nexus 6 and as compared to the Nexus 5 previous device here. So also both devices have optical image stabilization, and also both can record 4K video as well as 1080p HD video at 60 FPS. So 4K video at 30 FPS, 1080p at 60 FPS. Front-facing camera wise, the Note 4 has a better front-facing camera, 3.7 megapixel versus 2 megapixel on the Nexus 6. And in terms of the internal hardware, both devices comes with Snapdragon 805, 4 cores clocked at 2.7 GHz with the Adreno 420 GPU. Both have same amount of RAM, 3 GB, and also both comes with 32 GB as well as 64 GB variants. But the Note 4 has micro SD card slot option, which allows you to expand the storage up to 128 GB. Now the Note 4 also has another variant which is coming with the Exynos 5433, which has 8 cores, 4 are 1.9 GHz Cortex A57 and 4 cores are Cortex A53 cores. Also the GPU is ARM Mali T760 GPU, extremely powerful GPU, which then again also 6 cores. And that is 2 variants of the Note 4 you can get from. And also looking at the battery, both devices have almost same battery, 3220 mAh, but we have to see the real life test here. On paper they will look extremely identical. Also both have LTE speeds with extremely great download speed and upload speed as well. Also the Note 4 will going to be available the price point of $800 price, at least in my country. I will get the Note 4 at a price point of $800 something dollars. Whereas the Nexus 6 here has a confirmed fixed price $649. So you can see there's a lot of more difference here in terms of price between the Note 4 and the Nexus 6. But if you are a Note 4 fan, I recommend you to get the Note 4, and if you are interested. But Nexus 6 extremely great for your money. You know, it will give you the same amount of processor, RAM, GPU, but I'm not sure about the camera performance. But you know, extremely great device, Nexus 6 here. You know, you have to consider the price here, and as compared to the iPhone 6 Plus, the Nexus 6 is almost $200 cheaper than the iPhone 6 Plus, which is extremely great. As far as my concerns, I will definitely going to buy both of these devices, and we'll compare you know, myself, and yes, it's a quick little specs comparison here. I will give you my full final details when I officially get these two devices in my hand, and until then, I'll see you next video, and be sure to subscribe and check out my channel for other specs comparison videos. So peace out.